Welcome and hope you are going to enjoy what I'm going to share with you guys today. Remember to like and subscribe. Shall we begin? Thank you for watching.
What if I told you that Claude isn't just an AI assistant, it's a fully operational app factory that runs inside your browser? Welcome back to the Claude Masterclass series. We're going deep on one of Claude's most underappreciated capabilities, artifacts. By the end of this session, you'll understand exactly how to use Claude to build real working applications, dashboards, tools, AI-powered products, without touching a single developer tool. Let's get into it. Let me paint a picture of the world before artifacts. You'd ask Claude to help you build something, maybe an expense tracker. Claude would write 300 lines of HTML, you'd copy it manually, open VS Code, paste it, figure out why it's broken, spend 2 hours debugging. That era is over. With artifacts, Claude builds the app, renders it live in a side panel, and hands it to you fully working. You go from idea to running application in under 10 minutes with zero developer tools, zero setup, zero frustration. This isn't a small upgrade. This is a fundamentally different way to create software. So what exactly is an artifact? An artifact is Claude's output panel. It's a live, interactive environment that appears alongside your chat window. When Claude generates an artifact, it doesn't just show you code in a text block, it renders the result. You see a working application. You can click buttons, fill forms, see charts update in real time, all inside Claude.ai. And here's the part that most people miss. That artifact is also downloadable. Whatever Claude builds, you can save it to your computer or push it directly to Google Drive. It's a real file. Think of Claude not as an advisor who tells you what to do, but as a contractor who builds the thing and hands you the keys. You become the director. Claude is your entire dev team. Now, not all artifacts are the same. There are 6 types, and knowing which one to use is the first step to becoming an expert. First, the 2 most powerful ones, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and React. These are live rendered web applications. You can interact with them exactly like a real website. Then there's mermaid diagrams. You describe a flowchart or sequence diagram in plain text, and Claude renders a beautiful visual, perfect for process maps and system architecture. SVG gives you scalable vector graphics, icons, infographics, custom illustrations. Markdown renders formatted documents, reports, README files, documentation. And finally, PDF and Word files, downloadable professional documents that are ready to send to a client the moment they're created. We're going to spend the most time today on HTML and React because that's where the real power lives. HTML artifacts are the workhorse of the artifact ecosystem. Single file, no build process, full access to the web platform. You can import literally any JavaScript library from a CDN, Chart.js, Three.js, Three.js, Anime.js, and Claude knows how to use them all. What can you build? I'll give you 4 categories with real examples. Dashboards and trackers. I've built a complete property income tracker for my 3 Singapore properties using a single HTML artifact. Bar charts, monthly summaries, export to CSV, all working. Games and simulations. Calculators, quiz apps, investment simulators, fully playable in your browser. Landing pages, responsive, animated, deployment-ready marketing pages. And of course, interactive presentations, like the Masterclass slides I've been building for this entire YouTube series, a complete educational experience in a single file. When you need more sophistication, component architecture, complex state management, or specific libraries, you reach for React artifacts. React artifacts come pre-bundled with some of the most powerful libraries in the JavaScript ecosystem. Recharts for beautiful interactive data visualizations, Tailwind CSS for professional styling, Three.js for 3D graphics and WebGL effects, shadcn/UI for polished UI components like modals, tables, and form elements, even Tone.js if you want to generate audio or music. When should you use React over HTML? Use React when your app has complex state, for example, a dashboard where multiple components need to share data. Use React when you need Recharts or Three.js specifically. For everything simpler, HTML is faster and just as capable. A good rule of thumb, if you're thinking about components, go React. If you're thinking about a page, go HTML. This next feature is the one that transforms artifacts from impressive demos into tools you actually use every single day. It's called the Persistent Storage API, and it solves the biggest limitation artifacts used to have, data disappearing when you close the browser. With window.storage, your artifact can save and retrieve data across sessions. Close the tab, shut your laptop, come back tomorrow, your data is still there. It's a key value store with 4 methods: get, set, delete, and list. What does this unlock? Personal journals that accumulate entries over time, expense trackers that remember every transaction, task managers that persist your to-do list, leaderboards where multiple users share a live scoreboard. The moment I realized this was available, I immediately rebuilt my property management tracker to use it. No more losing data, no more re-entering everything. The artifact just works every time I open it. Now I'm going to show you the most advanced capability on this entire platform, and when I first discovered it, I had to sit quietly for a moment and just think about what it meant. It's called Claude-in-Claude, or as the community has nicknamed it, Claudeception. Here's what it means. Artifacts can call the Anthropic API, which means Claude can build an app that contains a second Claude model running inside it. No back-end server, no deployment, no infrastructure. You're building an AI-powered web application entirely inside Claude.ai. The artifact contains a few lines of JavaScript that call API.anthropic.com. The API key is automatically handled. You don't manage it. A second Claude model processes the request. The response renders in your app's UI. What can you build with this? A custom AI chatbot with your exact brand voice and specialist knowledge baked into the system prompt. A property listing generator where you paste specs and get MLS-ready copy instantly. And document analysis tool where you upload a PDF and get structured output. A research assistant that browses the internet in real time using the web search tool. This is not a gimmick. This is a fully functional AI-powered web application running in your browser. Let's also talk about Claude's ability to generate actual downloadable files, not just browser-rendered experiences. Give Claude the right instructions and it will generate a proper Word document with headings, tables, page formatting, and professional layout, an Excel spreadsheet with formulas, multiple sheets, and embedded charts, a PowerPoint deck with designed slides, themes, and speaker notes, or a PDF report that's ready to send to a client today. And here's what makes this special. Claude uses internal skill templates refined over hundreds of iterations, so the output doesn't look like a generic AI creation. It looks like something a professional produced. Combine this with the Google Drive plugin and the file goes directly to your drive. No download, no upload. One prompt, done. Knowing that artifacts exist is half the equation. Getting great artifacts requires great prompting. Let me give you the 5-part framework I use every time. 1. Specify the type first, a single file HTML app, or create a React component. Never leave it ambiguous. Claude will make a choice, but it might not be the one you want. 2. Describe the visual style. Dark theme, card-based, modern UI. Claude interprets design language fluently. Use it. 3. Name your libraries explicitly. Use Chart.js from CDN, or use Recharts and Tailwind in React. Don't make Claude guess. 4. Define the interactivity. Users can add, edit, and delete entries. Claude needs to know what users can do. Without this, you often get a static display. And 5. State your data strategy. Store data in memory gives you a session-only tool. Use window.storage for persistence gives you a permanent app. Very different outputs. And then iterate. The best apps come from 5 to 10 rounds of refinement. Start with structure, add features, then polish the design. Treat it like a conversation with a developer because that's exactly what it is. Let me ground all of this in real-world examples, things I've actually built or that I know are immediately useful in a professional context. For real estate, a Claude-in-Claude property listing generator. You paste property specs, location, square footage, features, asking price, and the embedded AI generates a full MLS-ready listing description in your exact brand voice. What used to take 30 minutes per listing now takes 30 seconds. For investing, a React portfolio dashboard with Recharts. Input your holdings, see allocation by asset class as a pie chart, monthly returns as a line chart, and a dividend yield summary. No Excel, no subscription software, just Claude.
We've covered a lot of ground today. 6 artifact types, HTML and React applications, the persistent storage API, Claude-in-Claude, file downloads, prompt frameworks, and real use cases across industries. The main thing I want you to walk away with is this. Stop using Claude as a Q&A machine. Start using it as a full creative runtime that builds real tools for your real life. Your assignment before the next video, open Claude and ask it to build something. Anything. A simple expense tracker, a landing page for something you care about, a quiz about your industry. Just start. You'll be shocked at what comes out in the first prompt. If you found this video valuable, and I know you did, please subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below telling me what you built. I read every single one.
Thank you for staying through the video. Subscribe to watch more AI-related content.